He walked in alone, small shoes tapping nervously across the gleaming marble floor, a red backpack hanging loosely over his shoulders, and eyes wide with both wonder and worry. Every head in the high-rise corporate lobby slowly turned. Security shifted uncomfortably. The receptionist paused mid-sentence. And in the echo of that sudden silence, the little boy looked up at her with a trembling lip and said, "I'm here for Mommy's job." What happened next would change not only his life, but the lives of everyone in that building forever. Because sometimes, the most powerful messages don't come from boardrooms, spreadsheets, or high-level meetings, they come from the innocent truth spoken by a child. Before we go deeper into this incredible true story, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Ripple of Hope *, because if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of love, this is a place made just for you. It was just another Monday morning at one of the city's busiest investment firms. The air was thick with the scent of expensive cologne, hurried footsteps, and corporate urgency. Employees marched past each other with phones glued to their ears, minds tethered to quarterly reports, deadlines, and clients. No one expected a 4-year-old boy to walk through those glass doors alone. His jeans were frayed at the knees, and his shirt had seen better days. Yet, there was something unwavering about the way he stood, like he had a mission, like the whole world depended on it. Samantha, the receptionist, leaned over her desk, concern flooding her expression. "Sweetheart, are you lost?" she asked gently. But the boy shook his head. "No. I'm here for Mommy's job. She told me she worked here before she went to sleep." The words were like a pin dropping in a cathedral. Samantha's breath caught. Behind her, a few employees had stopped walking, some with coffee halfway to their lips. Time seemed to pause. The security team approached cautiously, unsure of what to do. But before anyone could escort him out, a voice echoed across the marble expanse. "Let him stay." It was Daniel Warren, the company's CEO. Impeccably dressed in a navy blue suit, his presence commanded every room he entered. Daniel had built the company from the ground up, a man known for his relentless drive and ruthless precision. But in that moment, he wasn't looking at profit margins or security risks. He was looking at a child. And something in his eyes softened. He crouched down to the boy's level and asked him his name. "Eli," the child whispered. "My mommy was working a lot. She didn't come home. But I know she was tired. So I thought, maybe I can help." The innocence in his voice shattered something deep within Daniel. He motioned for Samantha to bring the boy some water and led him to his office, pausing every few steps to make sure Eli was okay. What unfolded in the hours that followed became a story whispered through every hallway, every email thread, and every after-hours bar meetup across the company. It turned out that Eli's mother, Maria Lopez, had been one of the firm's night shift cleaners. A single mother, she had worked tirelessly every evening, often long after her son had fallen asleep, to provide for him. She never missed a day, never complained, and always left a small drawing Eli had made tucked into her locker for good luck. But 2 weeks ago, Maria had collapsed on her way home. A silent heart condition, brought on by years of neglect and exhaustion, had taken her life. Eli had been asleep when it happened. He was taken in by a neighbor temporarily, but in his little heart, he believed his mother had simply gone to work and hadn't come back yet. So he put on his backpack, walked across several blocks, and found his way to the building he remembered from the one time she had taken him with her to pick up an extra shift. Daniel sat in stunned silence as he listened to the story, pieces of Maria's quiet dedication piecing together in his mind. He remembered approving overnight cleaning budgets, the distant sound of vacuums when he worked late, but he had never met her. And now, here was her son, sitting in his office, trying to take her place. The story hit Daniel harder than he could explain. His own mother had worked 2 jobs to support him and his siblings. He had sworn success would change that. But somewhere along the line, he had lost sight of people like Maria, those who worked in the shadows, without recognition, without praise. He excused himself from the office, stepped into a meeting with the board of directors, and made a decision that would change company policy permanently. Within days, Maria's story became part of the firm's internal training. Every new employee would learn about the people who kept the company running behind the scenes. A foundation was established in Maria's name to support children of janitorial and maintenance staff across the city. Scholarships, daycare assistance, counseling services, it all began with one boy's simple act of love. As for Eli, Daniel personally saw to it that he was placed with a kind foster family and received therapy, education, and all the love he needed. On the first day of every quarter, Eli would return to the company not as a janitor's son, but as a guest of honor. He even had his own badge that said Junior Executive in Training. The office staff came to know him by name. His drawings now hung in the company's main lobby, and every visitor who passed by was reminded of Maria's legacy. What began as a quiet Monday turned into a movement. Daniel changed not just the way the company operated, but how he saw the world. He started making time to meet every department, from accounting to janitorial. The culture of the firm shifted. Empathy, respect, and humanity weren't just buzzwords anymore. They were practiced, lived, breathed. If this story touched your heart even a little, if it reminded you of the invisible heroes around us every day, please like this video, subscribe to Ripple of Hope *, and share this story with someone who needs to be reminded of the power of compassion. Special request, please comment below with the name of someone in your life who worked hard behind the scenes and deserves to be seen, remembered, and honored. We read every single one.